In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of Cierto Tequila right here on the Tequila Hombre, coming up next. Hello, welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of a tequila out of NOM 1146. It is Cierto Tequila. We have the whole collection today, so we'll be reviewing the Blanco, the Repo, the Añejo, the Extra Añejo, all together, give you all the information you need about this brand. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into information on how this tequila is made. All right, so Cierto Tequila comes out of NOM 1146, which is a really nice distillery in the city of Tequila, Jalisco. It is owned and operated by Enrique Fonseca and his nephew, Sergio Mendoza. Now, they grow the agave for this tequila up in Los Altos region. That's where the Fonsecas have their ranch. He is an agavero known for growing great quality tequila. And then they truck it down to the distillery down in Tequila to make this tequila. They cook the agave using an autoclave under low pressure. After the agave are done being cooked, they then use a roller mill to extract the sugars from the agave fibers, and that is fermented in stainless steel tanks. After fermentation is complete, it is then twice distilled using both a copper pot still and a column still. And that's one of the things I don't really like about some of the brands out of 1146 is the fact that they use a column still. I've never been a big fan of column still usage for tequila because it's basically meant for vodka. Now, when the Fonsecas bought the distillery, they didn't build this one, they bought it. I believe it was Bacardi that owned the distillery before. They bought it from them and then used it, so the column still was already there, so they utilized the column still. But it is a blend of both copper pot and column still juice to make this, so it still can produce really good quality tequila. People like Don Fulano a lot because it uses a column still as well. So after distillation is then bottled and then sent out to market where you can purchase it. Now this tequila, it calls itself the most awarded tequila, and there's a reason for that. When it first came out, I actually tried getting sample bottles of it to do a review to find out a little bit about it, but you could not find this tequila anywhere. It was not available anywhere. They had you say you can join this club thing, and I signed up for that, but then never heard anything back from it. And then finally, it's like all of a sudden started making itself available a year or so later. And then what they were doing, though, is they were submitting the tequila into competitions to see how well it would fare and see what kind of awards they'd get. And I guess also adjust the recipe so it got more accolades. And so they call themselves the most awarded tequila on the market, but really awards don't really mean anything. What really matters is whether you enjoy drinking it or not, and whether it's a good quality. And that's what we're gonna try to discern next when we get into the tasting portion. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this tequila is all about. All right, so let's pop the top off this puppy. It is a natural cork in the top here, so that's good. I like natural corks, that's good. But you do have to watch, make sure they don't dry out because they can cause evaporation and leakage. Artificial corks are normally preferred because they don't dry out. So we'll go ahead and put some tequila in the glass. Check this puppy out. These bottles are really tall. A really tall bottle. Look how tall that is. So they can only fit, of course, on the top shelf at bars. They do that for a reason. Because then it looks at it as top shelf tequila. The pricing on this Blanco, it typically retails for around $90. And it is 40% ABV, I believe. Yes, it is. 40% alcohol by volume. So it's 80 proof. So let's take a look at this in the glass and see what we got going on here. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. See the legs and tears starting to form on it. There they go. Look at that. Looks great. So it's gonna have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Looking at the tequila itself, it is crystal clear. Little dashes of silver coming through from the light. Looks amazing. So let's see what we get on the nose on this. Oh, ooh, nice. Really nice, rich cooked agave notes coming through. So you get that beautiful cinnamon and baking spices. Nice sweet cinnamon notes coming through on that. I love that. Nice vanilla-esque kind of notes too. Some baking spices coming through like nutmeg and cloves. This is more on the sweet, fruity side for me, is what I'm discerning from it. It's not like artificial sweet, but more of like sweet cooked agave. Little hint of vanilla. It smells wonderful. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Get my mouth acclimated to alcohol. This is the first sip today, so we're going to do that first. You guys know that by now, right? Put a little more in here. All right, here we go. Coats the mouth beautifully. Really nice biscuits mouthfeel to it. Beautiful cooked agave notes coming through. Nice sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming through. A little hint of vanilla. Some lemongrass. Even some citrus notes coming through, like some lemon peel, lemon zest coming through on it. Not a lot of burn or anything. It's really easy to drink. So as some of you would say, it's smooth. It's definitely very enjoyable. I like this Blanco a lot. I could definitely drink it and enjoy it. You can definitely tell there's no additives in it, which is great because 1146 doesn't use additives anyways. But it's a beautiful Blanco. I definitely will enjoy drinking this. Now, is it worth $90? That depends. I mean, we all have different things that we're willing to pay for, and $90 is kind of steep for an 80 proof Blanco, but this is tasty and definitely enjoyable, and something that I wouldn't mind keeping on my shelf personally. So there you go, the Cierto Blanco. It's good. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump in and see what the aged expressions are like, because that's where we're really going to get into some special stuff. All right, so the Blanco was good. I would rate that one, if I had to give it an agave rating, I'd give it a solid 4 agave. Definitely would recommend it. It's really good. It's a pricey for what it is, but it's good. And so if you are somebody that would like to try it, I'd recommend trying it. I mean, $90 is kind of steep, but it's good. So if you wanted to try it and wanted to spend the $90 to do it, I'd say go for it. It's not that horrible, but you can definitely find, it's not bad at all. It's actually really good, but you can find other tequilas that are equally as good for a fraction of the price on that. All right, so this is the Reposado now. The Repo goes for $119.99 retail. Now, what they do with this, it's kind of different in that the Fonseca's, the Enrique Fonseca and at the distillery, they primarily use like limousine barrels. That's their main thing. And so the barrels they used for this were French oak limousine barrels that were used for wine, cognac, and for Armagnac. Is that the way it's pronounced? Armagnac. And so they just basically take from their private reserve there at 1146 and do their aged expressions. So these are should be really good aged expressions. Now, that's one of the things that Fonseca's are really well known for, and that is their aged tequilas and blending. They do a great job blending. And if you've tried like the Artenom Selección 1146, it's a blend and it's fantastic as an añejo. It's really nice. So I'm looking forward to see what they did here with Cierto and with the Reposado, the añejo, and the extra añejo. So let's take a look at the Repo first. So let's go ahead and pour some of this in the glass. And I think one of the reasons why it's so expensive is because they really waited and did multiple batches and stuff to make sure they got it right versus just producing a tequila and saying it is what it is type of thing. And so, that drives up the cost when you have to do batches and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be afraid the Blanco for $90. Honestly, it wouldn't be something I drink a lot of because at $90 a bottle, that's expensive. But all right, so looking at this in the glass, look at that. It coats the glass beautifully. Nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Looks like it's going to have a nice oily, the way those tears and stuff come down. Look at that. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a light straw color, crystal clear, looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Oh yeah, there you go. That's beautiful. So the Repo's got a nice cooked agave notes coming up front still, the cinnamon and baking spices. But then you pick up a nose of like maple syrup, vanilla, caramel, a hint of apricot coming through, some citrus. It smells really nice. This smells like a really nice Repo. All right, so let's try it and see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats the mouth beautifully. Nice sweet cinnamon note that comes up front. Definitely some vanilla coming through, some caramel. Ripe fruit, like almost like pear notes coming in with it as well. A sweet pear note. Maraschino cherry-esque kind of note coming in too. And a little hint of chocolate in there as well. This is really nice. I like the Repo a lot. This Repo is beautiful. Really good. One of the top Repos, I'd say, that I've had in a long time. It's a really nice flavor journey. Really nice flavor profile coming through. They did a good job on blending this one. Really good. So I would definitely recommend this at $119.99. It's definitely going to give you an experience, I think, from the flavor profile that's going to make this exceptional. It's a really nice Repo. I really like this one a lot. So I'm going to rate this one 4.5 agave. So 4.5 agave for the Repo. I like it a lot. It's almost a 5. It's almost that good, but it's not quite yet up to a 5 standard yet for me. So I'm going to give it 4.5 agave. So let's check out the Añejo, and hopefully it's getting better than what this is. All right, so I could see why the Repo may have won a bunch of awards if it did. That one was excellent. It's amazing. I love it. Really good. I'm going to definitely keep that one on the shelf, and I know that's going to be a nice pour for when I have a guest to come over that I want to show what a really good quality Repo tastes like. That one's really good. All right, so now we're going on to the Añejo. Añejo is, of course, in the barrel for over a year, up to 3 years. These are also blended from their private reserves, which are all French oak limousine barrels with either cognac, wine, or Armagnac. Armagnac? Am I saying that right? Armagnac? It's a weird word to say. Armagnac. All right, so we'll pour the Añejo in the glass now. And if this one is as good as the Repo, it's gonna be great. I have a feeling. All right, because they're really good at aging stuff at 1146. Really are. They have really solid Blancos too, but their aged stuff is just, I think, far better than a lot of other distilleries out there. So looking at this in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully, just like the other expressions. You see the legs and tears forming on it. Look at that, beautiful. And then the color on this, it's more of an amber color, a medium amber color, crystal clear. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this one now. Oh yeah, there you go. Really nice nose on this one. Definitely picking up the cinnamon and baking spices right up front. Followed by apricot, a hint of cherry, a slight hint of butterscotch on this one, some vanilla, chocolate. It smells wonderful. There's a lot of complexity to it. It smells great. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Coats them out beautifully. Lots of cooked agave still notes still there. Hint of vanilla, almost a cream soda note coming through on it. Ripe fruit, like apricot. Slight cherry note coming through on it. A little caramel. Slight, just a little bit of butterscotch note coming through on it too. This is really nice añejo. Super easy to drink. Now, if you're somebody that normally likes Clase Azul, which has got all the additives and stuff in it, and you're looking for something less expensive, but is right up there where it's going to be really, really smooth, easy to drink, this añejo will take that, will beat those out pretty handily. This is a really good añejo. I like this one a lot. Really nicely balanced. Beautiful barrel presence. I give this one a solid 4.5 agave too. This one's really good. I really like the añejo. The Repo and añejo both are excellent. So if you've been thinking about picking them up, I definitely would recommend it. The añejo retails for $170.99, and I think it's well worth it. This would rate as one of the top añejos right now, as far as like what I've tried over the last couple of years. This one it would be one of the top añejos in my collection. All right, so last but not least, let's head into the extra añejo and try this puppy out. Of course, all of these are 80 proof, 40% alcohol by volume. I think if they did a high proof on these aged ones, that would be mind-blowingly good. I would like to see that añejo at a higher proof. Even if they wanted to do a barrel select with me or something, that would be exceptional, but I know it would probably be really pricey per bottle. But I'd love to see these at a higher proof. All right, so looking at this one in the glass, the extra añejo, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at that. Legs and tears coming down. The color on this is a deep amber color. Looks wonderful. Little dashes of light through there and stuff, but it looks beautiful. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Ooh, really deep barrel notes coming through. Still some sweet cinnamon and baking spices up front. But I'm getting like maraschino cherry now. Almost like dates coming through, like ripe dates. Caramel, vanilla, and even a hint of butterscotch on the nose as well. It smells wonderful. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile on this one. Coats the mouth beautifully. Still lots of agave up front. It's not over oaked by any means. Got some ripe fruit coming through, some maraschino cherry, almost like sweet ripe dates, little hint of maple syrup, some vanilla coming through, a little hint of butterscotch in there with some chocolate notes coming through as well. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a really nice extra añejo. Retails for $279.99, and would I pay that for this? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely pay that for this. This is one that I would keep on my shelf. I would rate this as one of top 5 extra añejos right now in my collection. I'd even put it up there with Tears of Llorona, if not better than Tears. Beautiful extra añejo. I think there's more agave presence in this than there is in Tears. And I like that a lot. So this one's really special. It's a really good extra añejo. If you're an extra añejo fan, you got to pick up a bottle of this and try it and let me know what you think, because it's a really good extra añejo. I don't rant and rave about extra añejos unless they're exceptional, like my Ray Sol and stuff. And I definitely would put this up in the top 5. All right, so there you go. There's my review on the whole line of Cierto Tequila. If you like the information I provide in this review, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome, and hopefully you enjoyed this review, and you click that subscribe button right there, and the notification bell next to it, so you get notified every time I post a review or a new informational video. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So if you wanted to pick up the whole entire line of Cierto, you will be enjoying some really fantastic tequila, 4.5 agave across the board, beautiful stuff. I'm a fan. Hopefully you'll become a fan too if you try it. And until next time, salud. Bye, guys.